Good evening, passengers. We got a guest who flew all the way in from North Carolina to be in the hot seat. And he also brought his crew chief to sit in the aisle seat. We have complimentary Cheez-Its and Coors Light. And as always, please observe the no smoking signs.
Cheez-Its and Coors Light, that's the worst combination yet.
Exactly.
The aftertaste, it's got
No good.
diabolical.
That's no good.
That ain't good.
Patrick, I was asked that I need to ask you this question. That there's this like good luck charm that you have with your lunch or whatever, apparently. You guys eat like the same lunch every week. A certain somebody you know told me to ask you about that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, me and John Michael got lunch, and then, but then me and Dal always have our dinners. And there's another thing like oysters.
I've never had that.
Like, I was like, because I used to think like, oh, raw stuff right before a race. I don't know if that's a good. Yeah,
Oh, you eat that before the race?
No, that's the thing. I love oysters.
Right.
But I was like, man, I want to try to stay away from raw, you know.
Too risky.
You know what I mean? Yeah, a
It
little
is
risky.
a little risky.
So then the one time he was like, "Oh no, screw that! Have these oysters." I was slurping on down some oysters, and then I think we forgot what race it was. We won it.
Yeah.
So then it's like, all right.
2 years ago, we let every lap.
it was the Thompson race. You led every lap. Okay.
Yeah. So then it was like, yeah, that's so
even-
then oysters. All right,
Right.
oysters aren't bad before a race
Yeah,
now.
Even like track food in general, it's like a roll of the dice. Say one every 5-6 times, it's like, oh gosh.
Sometimes,
Track
I
food?
should've
Well,
just
you
gone
can't
out.
get oysters at the track.
No,
can
no,
you?
but I just mean some of that track food. I love the track food, really. Like, I'm a track food indulgee for sure.
You
but,
just gotta keep living,
every
man.
now and again.
Livin.
It's a regret.
JJ eats oysters.
Really?
Yeah, we were like at Foxwoods.
Wow, that's
and
advanced.
I'm like, damn, that's expensive. Like, you sure you like those? And she's like, yeah. She ate like 6 oysters with this cocktail sauce.
Oh, you got to crack down. You got to get filet mignon in next. It's going to be bad.
Oh, listen, we're on a budget, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
You
the
better stop it
oysters-
now,
Gotta get
Diego.
some-
You can have the oysters. We're just getting bread for dinner.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah.
But so you're gonna
Right.
get some Wellingtons next or something like that.
Yep.
Let's send over the bill. Diego's going to go.
JJ also eats she likes hot dogs, right? It's kind of weird. So
Is it that weird?
She'll eat the hot dog without the bun,
Oh.
and then she'll put mustard and ketchup in the bun and just eat the bun with the
Okay,
mustard
that
and
is.
ketchup.
What?
that is-
Yes,
yeah.
I don't understand it. So
No, I
she'll eat
stand
the hot dog
corrected.
raw and then put all the stuff in the bun and eat the bun.
She's weirder than me.
All right, on that note, let's start the show.
Well, let's start the insanity.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Man Cave for the next edition of the Sid's View podcast. We have a packed house here in the Man Cave, ready to get after it with all of the past week's events. Diego, of course, is always in the house. What's up, buddy? Classic shirt, by the way.
Oh, I got a classic on
That's
tonight.
tremendous.
Got a special guest in the house. Actually, 2.
Yeah.
I feel honored tonight to be sitting in this seat.
All right, the Reminator's over here on the controls, ready to roll.
Am I going to be the one doing this?
Well, I was going to call the Ricker, but Superdale's here. We don't have any other empty seats, so it's back to you.
Yo, yo, yo! It's a beautiful Tuesday. I'm here with my boys. Let's do this.
All right, back from the old DL, IL, whatever we called it. I don't know. He's down.
Your boy, unnamed male human, back in the house once again and said, let me tell you, I was kind of knocking on death's door last week, but they couldn't keep me away again.
Yeah, can't go 2 weeks without you there, brother. How about over there at the news desk? You know what we call them, bones, so they say.
Where's my super suit?
Coming up, the jet has landed at ACT Victory Lane. JP is still cruising at Cloud 9 over the bowl, while Flight 75 was grounded at Stafford.
Oh, very well done. All right, everybody, listen, you know how we do it. You're going to want to join the party there. You're going to become a member. Get into the live chat. You got to go to youtube.com/SidsView/join, $4.99 a month. Diego, we tell him every week you got to do that on the desktop. Do it on the smartphone. You get those nasty fees. We can't help you with that. But the live chat is hopping. 102 people are already in there. They must be excited to see probably the hottest driver that has ever occupied the CONT Grand Prix hot seat. Our man Patrick Emerling's in the house. What's up, buddy?
How we doing?
Great to have you coming in, flying in from North Carolina, coming straight here from the airport. That's some dedication right there. We appreciate you coming in there, bro.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Yeah, the timing worked out pretty good this time, and yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
We, never been on, so.
Yeah, great to have you, my
pretty
man.
pumped.
So we had some great conversation before we went live. You're going to see those on the Thursday vid. And unfortunately, he's not on camera, but he's over there, as he does at the racetrack, making sure everything is getting done properly and things are running smoothly. Our man Super Dale is in the house chilling with us. Let's get things started. Let's go over to the results ticker and get things going. All right, big thanks as always to Mid-State Site Development to get the top 5 finishers throughout the region down there on the bottom of the screen. And it was a tight shot of the old chalkboard chatter last week because the bullpen was unoccupied. But let's see what we got this week, shall we?
Oh.
Yeah, this is this is a little special one for our man Dale because he likes to bust our chops if we don't give the modifieds a good time discussion. And he was busting our chops about talking about the mini stock race too quickly before we finished up talking about one of Patrick's wins earlier in the year. So we had to remind everybody from our friends at Serpro that there was a tremendous finish in the mini stock race, and we will get to that in a little bit. Diego, how was the past week there, my friend? Back over at Stafford, were you not?
Yeah, Sean called me up during the week, and he says, Diego, you got any nights you can give me? I said,
What?
Not me.
What?
Yeah. He's looking. He's been busy.
Yeah.
Running the Speedbowl, running down south.
understandably.
He's like, I really want to drive again.
Yep.
And so we showed back up. Didn't go quite as planned. We worked our butts off all day.
Yeah.
Didn't go quite as planned, but he's got some notes. And,
Hey, he was coming to life towards the end
know,
there. I saw some
finished
good
sixth,
action there.
right?
He finished 6th, but it's not up to Sean. He only came back to give Waterman a run for his money. Obviously, he didn't have to do that.
He finished ahead of him.
But, it was great to be back at Stafford. I haven't been there all year. It was great to see everybody and seen Dale and a bunch of other people there. And then we get to fly out this week to go down to the throwback race at Hickory. So we're excited about doing that with Brody.
Another Cars Tour adventure.
Another Cars Tour event. There's always a lot of cars there.
Any
and
Monahan Motorsports teammates this time?
no Monahan Motorsports teammates. But the great part is I've made so many good connects down there with guys like Taylor Strickland, who's Hutch Strickland's son.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
It's the name dropping segment. Okay.
Yeah,
Go
well,
ahead.
no, it's just you get to meet all these different people, and it's really cool and fun to go down to do these events. And
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it's just like meeting up with old friends again. So yeah, I got a lot to look forward to this week. I had a great past week. So
All right, cool. Let's get after it here. We got a lot going on, and there's a lot of funky stuff in the old weekly update. So let's get after it. Hey, it's rare we have a sponsor in the house when we get a segment going. You know what I'm saying? Let's get after it here.
Yeah, it's the Dale Hedquist Motorsports Weekly Update.
Hey.
No pressure on me whatsoever to screw this up.
yeah,
First of all, Thursday Night Thunder at the New London Waterford Speedbowl was rained out. Hate to see it.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Next day, Friday at Stafford Speedway. Normally we start with the SK Modifieds, but we have to start with the hot topic of the week. The Street Stocks, where a wild feature ends with Jason Raymond in victory lane after Ryan Waterman was penalized while leading with 2 laps to go after contact with Brandon Warren, and we'll have Remy show us what happened. As Waterman is not able to close quickly, but he drives it in so hard in the 3, gives Warren another bump. Warren is sideways,
Hi-ya.
hangs onto it, but they hit each other again.
Oh,
They
my
come off the
goodness.
turn, literally Warren is sideways.
It's a lot of contact.
But
Triple
the brand new
whammy.
leader version
It's a pretty good
Oh,
save.
man, it almost got worse.
is
Pretty good
Ryan
save by
Waterman.
Warren right
Black
there.
flag is out and displayed to the race leader, Ryan Waterman, as they go back to turn number 1. Jason Raymond
Crowd's going
now
wild
showing
right
up
there.
front.
A little
On board.
in-car action.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, we hear about the 3-tap rule a lot, but in one corner, I don't know.
All right, so listen, before we get into any discussion, Diego, I think we need to let's get something else started, shall we?
oh yeah. Special thanks to Sign Pro for the live chat poll tonight. Should contact have to result in a spin for the aggressor to be penalized? Yes, no, or depends on the situation. Right?
Yeah.
So all our podcast members can now vote in the live chat, and Sid this week is going to give updates as we go
Yes,
along.
indeed, I will. I will stay on that this time.
Yes.
All right, so Diego, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh my God! You know, God, it was so bad. I feel like if I say the wrong thing, I'm going to get killed.
You want me to go first?
You go for it.
There's part of me that was like, you know what? That's street stock racing. I feel like if that was at the Speedbowl, would that same call have been made? I don't know, but I feel like Waterman's, and I think these guys were telling me that he was getting warned on the radio.
Yeah,
and I
almost
feel
half
like
a race.
yeah. So if he's getting warned, I can see the penalty. Maybe his reputation preceded him on this one a little bit.
That happens a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, it's interesting, right? I mean, if Warren spins out there, obviously he's going to the back. Caution comes out, right? And I think that's really the crux of our poll question. But I'm kind of like indifferent to it, whether the call went either way. I don't think I'd have strong feelings either way. Yeah. But I mean, you were a street stock. Well, go ahead, Rob. What do you got?
Well, I mean, I understand online. It looks like it's almost a dead heat 50-50 debate. I mean, it's gone on for days now. And I kind of understand it, like instinctually said kind of what you just said. The fan in me wants to go, short track racing. Like that's what it is. That's kind of why you sit down in the stands there. But again, I think a lesser driver might have gone around there. I mean, it was pretty aggressive contact multiple times in the same corner. And I mean, I said it to you guys in the pre-show. If you fire a gun in somebody's direction, does it really matter if the bullet hits them?
Jeez.
Sorry, yeah. I don't know. I mean, hyperbolic, but same principle.
Well, when I saw that, I thought of Michael Bennett when he got black flagged for doing something similar to Josh Wood, coming off of turn 4 about a month and a half ago or something like that.
Yeah.
He hit Josh Wood like 3 or 4 times coming off of 4 on lap 2 for the lead. Josh saved it, but fell all the way to the back, and Bennett had to serve a drive-through penalty, even though it didn't bring out a caution. And I know somebody brought up a point where Anglaise a month ago lost 3 spots for running blocks him up the track on the last lap, harpooning him. And so people were wondering, why didn't Waterman get a similar penalty like that, where he lost a couple spots instead of finishing 17th? I don't know necessarily where to stand on this, because I can understand where all this comes from. To me, though, Stafford warned Waterman on multiple occasions, so it gets to the point where something eventually will have to be done if you keep warning somebody.
Right. Patrick, what did you think?
So I'm a little bit more of a have at it, boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Self-policing.
Yeah, but at a different level, street stock level, at that type of I'm kind of 50, like as far as officiating, like me personally, I don't like officiating, getting involved in results, but at that level, you know what I mean? So there's a point in time where probably something, it's probably a good thing.
Right.
Diego?
That was going to be what I was going to say, was that whoever's calling the race, how do you call that next week? Is Waterman going to be the poster child of this for now, and then next week, if it happens in another division? It sucks when I always hate it when like a human judgment call decides whether it was good or bad. Now, it didn't look great there. Like if the 55 spins, it's obvious the 75 is going to the rear for taking the leader out.
Right.
But the 75 is also not an idiot, right? And so he knows how much he can give and take, right? He's been doing this so long. He let him straighten out, got him a little again, let him straighten out, got him a little again, and then went by on the outside, right? Yeah. It's like, like Patrick, he's been doing the modified racing in so long. These tricks you do when you're racing.
Right.
If that happens in mid-pack, nobody sees it, nobody says anything. It just happened to be out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Do you think part of the call is almost just like, for the betterment of the division long term. Like if there's no call and he wins that race, like there was already a lot of disgruntled people within that division about how much he
Absolutely.
uses the bumper.
Right.
And if he goes and wins the race with that move, I think it's going to create a lot more like dissension in the ranks among that division.
It doesn't matter.
You know?
I don't think it matters, right? Because he's winning every week. They're going to be mad at him regardless.
No, but they're not mad at him this
I've been
week.
there.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
So-
yeah,
Yeah.
but they're not mad at him this week. But if he
Right.
wins and he doesn't do that, they just start building. I'm like when Sean used to win with the wagon all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody hated him.
Yeah.
Everybody hated him. The wagon's illegal. Sean's illegal. He drives like an idiot. Like you just can't say, "Wow, he's winning," right? You're just mad because like if you win the next 3 races, the whole division's gonna be pissed off at you.
It was
Right.
funny. I was in like a situation like that before, and a guy actually like braked really hard getting into the corner in a heat race. This was like a Lancaster Weekly,
Yep.
and and then after the race, and then I ended up hitting him, and then just because he stopped or whatever,
Right.
and then anyway after the heat race, he comes over, he's like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry, I stopped in front. Like my steering broke and I panicked, or and then next thing you know, I'm starting last." And then I go, hey, racetrack. I was like, hey, why am I starting last? Oh no, you punted that dude out of the way. And I was like, no, like we talked about, like he apologized for stop. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like, but we won the last 5 races before that in a row. So he's like, and then after
Exactly
after
my
I told him
point.
that story, he goes, well, I just need to. No, we're gonna make it interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, man,
Well, I
I'm not a
just-
fan of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen.
But
Right.
yeah, that's what does happen at I experienced it. It happens at the local level stuff for sure.
Right. It is interesting. I mean, I'm kind of used to you guys being passionate individuals. I thought we were going to hear at least from somebody, oh, this is BS. Like, why the hell did you make that call? But like to your point, Patrick, it is tough. Boys have at it. Like, is the ideal scenario that you want to see as a fan. Safety and economics when they allow for it. Like that is kind of what you want to see. But at the local level, like when that happens to a guy and it gets wrecked and it comes down to was that intentional? Like he could be out for multiple weeks fixing the car. I mean, we're not going to be able to truly judge this call for what it is until a similar call gets made in the future. I know the most recent kind of comparable thing was the Anglaise one, but then, he got dropped the amount of spots that he cost the driver that he
Yeah,
made
that's what
contact
somebody
with.
said in the chat.
But then even a couple years ago, there was another with Anglaise and Meg Fuller where, Anglaise was put to the rear of the lap. So,
Right.
I mean,
Oh, a
we're
couple
just
years
gonna,
ago.
yeah, you're really
I
just
mean,
going to have
you-
to wait and see, I guess.
You could go on and on about the Waterman deal. The bottom line is people are going to be pissed off at him regardless, I feel like. Because when you're winning, like Patrick said,
Oh, they hate you.
the whole
Yeah.
division,
Yeah.
that's
they
true.
just start making life extremely difficult for you.
Yeah.
Whether they're blocking or doing some stupid shit to you, and then they start drawing more of the Waterman out, Waterman-esque, whatever he has to do.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, look at him, look what he's doing. So I'm not saying last week was great, but that 55 is fast. Waterman wants to win every race. It's obvious he's not laying down, and he wants to win every race. And when he comes to a track, I said this to my brother, when that boy comes to a racetrack with his street stocks, I love the streeters. He never comes to finish second. I don't care if it's a big race at the Speedbowl. I don't care if he's showing up for an outlaw race at Thompson. You can almost pick him in the pick'ems if you know he's showing up anywhere.
Right.
That's how good he is. He comes to every race that way.
And
So-
kudos to Warren, by the way, because Warren in his interview was very classy.
Yeah.
Like he didn't badmouth Waterman. Like they never argued really. Like they
He
were
defended
on
him,
good
if
terms.
anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Warren was actually kind of defending Waterman.
Right.
Maybe that's on the mic, but from what I know, Warren and Waterman have a good relationship
Yeah,
at the
so
track.
Spalding, our boy Matt Spalding says that in the chat, and so that kind of like, he's the one that was. If anybody would have a beef, it's him, and if he didn't have a beef, it's kind of like, all right, I'm fine with it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The great part about this is it's great for the division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you start having these, like I'm not sure if it's the rivalry of Waterman versus Warren because I don't think it is.
No, I think it's
versus the
Waterman versus
world.
the field.
First, exactly what
Yeah.
I said, right?
Right.
So it's turned to all right, and that's why my brother came back. He's like, I want to try to
Right.
beat Waterman.
Right, and haven't we had a
Right.
dozen discussions about how dominance can be good for the sport? Like, you want to
So-
feel something watching, and when you see kind of the guy that becomes the big bad, like he makes you feel something, whether it's good or not.
Trot came back a couple races to try
Right.
and beat Waterman. So there's a little bit of enticement for drivers to come back if they haven't
Right.
raced to try and see if they can beat him.
Yeah, the
at their own turf.
Spotlight's on the division right now. It kind of has been this whole year, but this week especially, I just keep seeing it.
And we're talking about it,
Right.
So
yeah.
it's like, and I don't know. I really appreciate another thing, like in a street stock division, that one guy, fast, using the bumper. There was a gentleman who was a buddy of mine. Same thing, and up in Western New York. He was that same style, just using, if there's a dude, he's using the bumper, he's winning half the races, and like
the car's built to do it.
everybody loved him, right? Yep. Everyone loved watching, and he was entertaining because you didn't know, he was just going to be a 2-car lengths back and just send it in right next to him, and the way street stocks race, they race like so good,
right?
Oh, yeah,
they're entertaining.
They are
3 wide, so
Yep.
it's like. I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. It's
Well,
fun to watch.
Lastly, and we'll use this a little later on for somebody we've already designated to, but maybe Waterman's going to have to take claim to this.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The Imperial March. All right. Let's move on. Dale is not going to accept us talking about the street stocks any longer. Let's carry on.
He's already getting antsy over there. I can see him.
All right, let's go to the SK Modifieds. Keith Rocco became the first driver in the division to reach 3 victories on the year. And I will say, this is the best I've seen Keith look at Stafford since his last championship in 2020.
What do you think, Remy?
I mean, that's good. Listen,
Good answer, Remy.
I'm not gonna hate on him. Like, I'm happy that he's doing well. That's what I like to see from drivers. So I'm not hating this at all.
No, I agree. He's. I mean, Rocco's always good. It's not like we've said it. It's not like he
He's
forgot how
been
to
learning
drive.
from his son.
Yeah, he felt the pressure, right? KJ put the pressure on him.
Yep. And it feels like the division as a whole is almost better when he's running good. I feel like he's a huge part of the identity of that division.
Yeah.
Glenn Reen, another top 3.
True.
Yup.
He's becoming a sneaky little title contender there. I'm
Ooh.
honestly like, Glenn, you keep this up, man. I mean, it was unassuming start to the year. It's like he's even running full time, and now here he is, third in points.
I walk into the pits.
Yeah.
They're pulling a motor out of the car.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
heard about
right.
that.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, this is no lie. I go over, work on my brother's car for a little bit. We're getting a line up. I felt like, what was a half hour? The car's going and the motor's sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
I said, damn, that boy's fast.
Right.
And he ran great all night. When you put that kind of effort in at the track, like, you sit there and look. I mean, he's obviously top 3 in points, so they don't really have an option. If they have a motor, they're going to put it in. Right. But then to go out and run as good as he ran in the feature, like, he started coming back at the end again. Rocco, I felt like I was watching Rocco. I felt like he was just staying out in front enough.
Pacing himself.
That's it.
Yeah.
He wasn't burning the tires off the car. He would keep everybody within 3 or 4.
Yeah.
If they got close, he'd pull back away a little bit. He's badass right now.
And you can see Flynn in second sawing the wheel here and there,
great
trying to
run
keep
for
up.
him.
It was a good run. Yeah. But that's 2 Avery cars. Those Avery teammates have been really stout this year.
Yeah, good for them.
There you go. Late models. Kevin Gambacorda triumphed for the first time after leading every lap.
That's my man.
Yep.
You were happy about that?
Listen, he even name dropped me in the post race. He might have got quote of the week if somebody else didn't steal the crown later on.
Yeah,
but,
it's hard to.
Good
Quote
job.
of the week for a
argue
good
against
reason
that.
this time.
Yeah.
Compared to last time.
He ran a real consistent race, though.
He did. Yeah, he did.
I sat there with Bob Phil, and we just watched. Like, he hit the same, and Buffon was on him.
Right.
Buffon was on him, like breathing on his neck the whole time.
Yep.
And Gambacorda never wavered off the same line the whole time.
Right.
Same thing.
He needed that.
Yeah,
he
did.
needed
Oh,
that
he
win.
really
That
needed.
was
I mean,
his first this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Right.
finished second 4
How
times.
lucky is Sid?
Yeah.
Not
I
a
mean,
lot.
seriously, picks him one time and the dude wins.
It's called research, guy.
Oh, my God.
You know what you're doing.
Okay.
Research
Okay.
is called the handicap.
yeah, right into the handicap packet. Exactly what I was about to say.
SK Light Modifieds. Robert Bloxon III had to hold off a hungry Dylan Houghton in order to score his 3rd win of the season.
There is some great side-by-side racing. So
Do tell.
watch.
To complete another lap, number 7, Cassandra Cole.
Look at Cassandra
not
going
away
so
in that
high.
outside lane.
Cole goes in really high, but
Big
man,
run
she's
right
got a
here.
drive
Yeah, I know, but
coming
she
off
lined
to
it
a
up
big
perfect.
Run. Houghton tries to cover the spot, but he can't do it. Here goes Cole for the lead in
Yeah,
3.
that's a sweet move right
side
there.
by side, wheel to wheel, coming off the turn.
Just brought all
Two
these people
symbols of
into
an
it.
Orchestra making noise at the front of the field. It is Cassandra
Both of them
Cole
going for their
by
first win.
inches as the brand new leader.
Even
out
Ben
isn't
Morrison,
done
who's in
yet.
third.
They remain side
And
by
Travis
side.
Downey.
Morrison
Yeah.
has moved up to third, and Sammy Anderson's back in the top 5. She's in fourth, looking to the inside of Morrison, while the battle rages on for the lead.
There they come.
This is good stuff.
Side by
All
side.
packed up
This time
together.
It's Cole to the inside of Dylan Houghton. A couple of youngsters going at it at the front of the field. Cassandra, about 7 years
No
experience,
contact.
over
It's
2 for
clean.
Dylan.
Yeah, it almost gets
Battling
hypnotic
out
in
front
this
the
division, the way they'll just stay
Modified, stacked up
perfectly
two
bar to
wide.
bar.
The top 8 cars bunched together as they continue the race for the top
I mean, look at
spot.
this. Now
Yeah,
all
I'll
the
tell
top
you,
10s right there.
This division needed that because they get beat up a lot when they have bad races, and that was some really good
Oh, yeah.
racing
They've
side by
had
side.
some clean races the past month. I think
yeah.
they're kind of over-slandered in that aspect recently.
I thought Cassandra was going to win that race.
Same.
I thought she should have.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting up top, and we were sitting up in the press box up there, and she ran excellent the whole first half of the race. Her car is real fast. Like
Yeah.
it's obvious. Houghton ran her really well. Then Houghton got a shot back at her, used up a little Nerf bar on her. But I mean, that's typical racing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like you got to expect a little Nerf bar, especially battling for the lead, and
Right.
you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is you got to hit your marks all the time in that division. It's such a momentum division
Yeah.
that you can't go in there and either A, overdrive and just totally miss a corner, because
Right.
if you think you're faster, you're not, right? You have to slow it down just a little to keep that momentum rolling. And I thought it cost Cassandra a little. She missed 3 and 4 one time, opened the door for Houghton. They were lined up on the bottom there.
Yep.
But it was a fantastic race to watch. We were all up in the press box. We were hoping Cassandra had won her first race. We were rooting for her in the press box, but
Yeah.
or whatever the
Sweets.
sweets. Yeah, but I thought it was a fantastic race to watch.
I think the SK Lights get way too much flack. I think they get treated unfairly by people online. But
Yeah.
Well,
I will
Fence Line put in the chat, they still wreck 10 cars. So that's stuff. But there is like, it is a 33 car field.
Right. Yeah, I mean, when they
33 car
do wreck,
field.
you don't even get one caution. It's almost always going to be big, just
they-
by nature of them being packed up
they've-
like that.
They've had relatively cleaner races this year compared to the last couple seasons, I feel
agree.
like.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just, I mean, you're going to have wrecks. They only had 3 cautions in that feature. We've had a lot of 20-lap features in other divisions have more than 3 yellows.
Yeah,
I
hell,
didn't-
even the SKs are trying to.
I didn't mean to wind Bonts up. I was just trying to put a segue here so that we could get to the old.
Oh.
Because one of the guys that did wreck was our buddy there, Austin Goff, and he took the world by storm, I would say, Diego, huh? Go ahead, Rems. What do we got?
I was going into turn 1, and I'm like halfway down his car, and he just decides to chop me, and I have nowhere to go. And then I get rammed from behind. So driving here is like trying to have foreplay with a nun. It just isn't going to happen.
Diego laughed over it, but one of the best parts was Kyle Rickey going, "Oh my!"
Oh my!
Big thanks to our friends over there at K2 Automotive, always willing to sponsor us when we got a quote of the week. Yeah, that was a good one, and we were talking earlier. We're curious if he had that one in the bank. Just wondering when was a good time to use it. And he called the shot if that's the case.
Or he's just a witty dude.
Yeah.
To be able to rip that one off is crazy. Come on, what a line.
And he's a quiet dude as well. He doesn't normally say a whole lot. So for him to have that moment on the microphone and conjure up that line out of the blue.
Yeah. David should get that Victory Lane float together. We could have him do like stand up on it or something. I mean, come on, it's almost primed.
I think just to end that whole SK Light thing, how about Bloxham though? He nails the win. Mohawk fresh on the car, got the Mohawk wrap.
Yeah.
He's feeling damn good about that
car,
right?
That car does look good.
Like you get a big time sponsor like that with a full wrap car.
Yeah.
And to be able to pull it in Victory Lane the second week on Flow Racing is a big deal.
Now we go to the limited late models where Gary Patno drove away from the field en route to his second win.
Reminator?
There's a hell of a race between Patno and Root, so let's watch.
All right.
Lost his momentum, drives it hard into 3, pulls back on the back bumper of the 80.
Patno trying to use the front end of his car to his advantage, but Root isn't folding to the pressure. Patno dives low, changes his line, comes up a bit. We've got a challenge in 2.
Contact in turn 1 as Patno was able to force his
Patno
way to the
sliding a
inside
little
of Root.
bit.
Root tried the block but couldn't do it. They drag race down the back straightaway. Patno goes hard into 3 and takes the lead.
Good run right to the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh, man.
Patno off of turn number
Okay.
4.
All kinds of
Down they
contact.
come, slides wide. Here comes Norman Root. Back to the inside. Reed takes the lead by 6/1000ths of a second.
Nice save by Patno after the contact with Root through
Just
3 and
rolls
4.
the top.
Patno floors it coming off the corner. Gets
floors
incredible
it.
drive off. Holds on to the lead on the outside.
Well, it's hard to make a pass stick on the outside in those cars, and Patno had a rocket. He had a really fast
He
car.
has a fast car every week. I
Yeah,
feel
pretty
like.
much.
Just got to finish.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I got a friend who I guess personally knows Norm, and I was told to let him know when Norm does bad, quote, so he can bully him. And I saw him at a party the day after this race. I was like, oh, you got to see this one, man. Come on. This is going to last for weeks.
Way to support Norm.
It's tongue in cheek. Come on.
Well, let's go to Waterford on Saturday. The Open Street Stocks had their first race there this season. And in his Speedbowl debut, George Baldwin was victorious in the 50-lap feature. Now, Sid was happy about that.
Damn straight.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
SK Modifieds, John Pulio remains hot with his 4th consecutive checkered flag.
Dude, on fire.
Bro, he is next level right now.
Yeah. You think they're tired of seeing the old Mr. Rooter 7 drive into the pits on Saturday?
I mean, the thing is, I don't think it was part of a plan for Ed, Vin, and John.
Oh, they started like race 4 or 5 of the year, right?
You know, and they have. I mean, like I said before, though, JP cut his teeth there. His SK Lights. I think he went like 3 or 4 wins in a row in his rookie year in the SK Lights. So I talked to Ed. You know what Ed says to me? He says, JP's there and he knows. He talks to me about every crevice in the track, every angle, because I think JP is that good where he dissects the track.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as a kid, he spent a lot of time there on the fence watching Keith, Ted, all those drivers. He loved them back then, and he's just putting it all to use now. He's still young, but, man, he is – like, he didn't win the Stafford Championship by luck.
No.
Right.
He didn't come to the Speedbowl and be like this guy and knock 4 off in a row against, Flannery and them. The Flannery, that's like Flannery's house to me in the SKs a lot of time in Jordan. And so just to walk in and just keep taking their money,
I mean, I think
they're going to start getting pissed.
I think you can make the case that it's Pulio's house now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, he's never, like, it's not like there was any idea he was an underdog coming in. I mean, he's very established as an SK driver now, but it's just, he didn't start the season. I mean, what did he start driving there, like, middle of June? And now he's just knocking him down. It's got to be almost obnoxious for those guys.
It's almost been 2 months since somebody else has won an SK race there.
Ridiculous.
You know what's funny, though? If you just watch him, right? So I love watching cars. He just passes, like, somebody will give him a hard time, and he just crosses him over like it isn't no big deal.
Right.
Like, he'll be at the top of the white line, drive the thing straight to the bottom of the white line against a really good car, and drive right by him like they're down a cylinder. And he does that the whole race, and it's probably going to, all good stuff has to come to an end at some point.
Right.
But, I mean, it's like our guest. You just got to enjoy all those wins because you don't know when that stuff is going to continue like that.
All right, we'll have more about Pulio in a later segment.
In the late models, Aaron Plemons became a first-time late model winner.
Oh, that guy. Familiar. Hold on. Where is it, Diego?
Oh,
There it is.
oh, that was his song.
It's the official owner of the theme
I know,
song.
Ryan's trying to commandeer.
So, Diego.
Yeah, son of a bitch, one before me.
I know. What's going on there?
I was just going to bring that up, Diego.
You didn't even finish third. You finished sixth.
What's the hell?
Listen, I'm old. Sometimes I struggle. Sometimes I run good.
Man.
That's what happens.
Wow.
Pull that card out. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. No. And listen, there may only be 10 cars, but there's like 8 that are good. Everybody's within a tenth. So if you get behind a pack and you're just not on, then I just happen to miss a night. But
Andrew Gomes in the house, huh?
Andrew Gomes in the house.
That's cool.
The division has been getting. I mean, they were a little short on cars this week, but They've been as high as 14. You know,
See, they can't. This has always bothered me about the late models. Like, they can't all show up at the same time. Like, you guys had like 12 or 13 the week before, didn't you?
yeah, I think 14 the week.
And that's
before.
without Tag, Andrew Gomes, and Tyler Chapman was there.
Right.
Why can't they all get there and get a 16 car field? You know, that's been the case with the late models for many years.
Clemens has been fast though. Like
Yeah.
on the last 2 weeks, man, it's been like sitting on top of the charts. Last week in the heat race, he had a nice black body. I dragged that thing all the way down the fence. Now it's all white down the side of it.
Shit.
I try to slow him up. But yeah, he deserved it. They've been fast. They work hard. So
Yeah,
good
good
for
job.
those guys.
Yep.
Good confidence booster because at Stafford, they've been struggling lately.
I keep telling Brandon, like, I ain't picking him no more.
Wow.
I ain't picking him.
What a threat.
Damn.
That's it. Costing me my pick'ems right now.
Oh, yeah, he's the problem. SK Light Modifies.
Wow.
Robert Bloxham III ended up sweeping the weekend, getting it done at both Stafford and the Bowl.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude's on fire, man.
Yeah, he is.
Let's see the race for the lead.
Oh, all right. Let's do it.
Number 10 of Kevin Davis looks to make a move.
How about our man Jacharias Pixtonian on the old mic?
Tries to knife his way underneath that orange car on the outside is RB3, Robert Bloxham III. He won last night at Stafford.
Oh, that's
He's
right.
Try
He's
to go
in
back
the,
to back. He goes way up high in
the Marvin
middle.
07.
Yeah, exactly. The
Loses
Marvin
some
car. I was
space
looking for
as
the
they
new
go down the
Mohawk ride.
backstretch.
They're 2x2 down to the backstretch, coming out of 3.
Marvin and Davis are just looking, or not Marvin, Bloxham and Davis are looking for anywhere to go.
Robert Bloxham, though, making a move to try and take over the top spot.
Good racing, though.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Ian Nunes, the Nunes brothers, they're new to Waterford and the SK Lights, but now they both had a podium finish this year.
That's great.
It's tough in that division, especially at Waterford. That division can be pretty volatile. In the trucks, Tyler Chapman pulled away from everyone to get his first win of the year.
Schooled him, right?
Bro. I mean, I'm talking to like an absolute
Ass whooping?
fanny spanking.
Okay.
My man was gone. Just like that, like 4 times.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he crushed him.
Cameron Verricchio throwing down second place, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, good job by him.
Mini stocks by 27 thousandths of a second. Charles Canfield beat out Andrew Krasminski in another 4-banger.
All right.
Well,
Dale's been waiting for this clip the whole show. Let's go.
That was the last lap.
Man.
Canfield and Krasminski.
It's
What
tough.
a finish.
It's tough when we don't have
You
the
will have the Speedbowl.
the ambient sound
cars.
there.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I know.
Krasminski's going to get on the inside.
Last second.
Wow.
Pick up the W.
Yeah, it's a great finish. Classic mini stock
He's,
finish at the bowl.
he has seemed to take all those wins this year just like that.
Yeah.
That's
Close.
It's like a second win like that over the last 4 or 5 weeks.
That looked closer than 27 thousandths. I was like, we really got to get it down to thousands here. Overhype it a little bit. I was like, you could say 300th. It's okay.
Oh, we're using timing and scoring now at the Speedbowl?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Little
we're
pick
using
and
timing
choose
scoring?
action there.
Oh,
Huh?
jeez.
Right?
Easy there, Bavalaco.
Well,
Calm
come
down.
on.
No, it's a great point.
Right?
Now we look at the computer, I guess.
now we're 27,000.
Oh, right, yeah.
Last week when it was a photo finish, we're not using timing and scoring.
27,000.
We're using the guy at turn 4.
Either way, Chris Minsky, he had such a hot, and I'm not saying he's cooled off, but it's been a while since we've seen Chris Minsky in victory lane, and it seemed like he was winning almost every week in the beginning.
He won the first 2 races. He hasn't won since.
Yeah, but he's been consistent. Legend Cars, once he took the lead, PJ Evans never looked back as he captured his second straight win.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, over Jacob Burns and Zach Martinez. I mean, those are 3 of the best
Good
right
race.
there. Yeah.
It was a good race. Freeman was battling back and forth, but nobody had anything for the 12.
Yeah, once he
that's,
took it.
That's like this. They brought that car down to the summer shootout.
Yep.
Down at Charlotte. And that's the first, I think it's maybe the first or second race at the bowl. And he opened up a can of ass whooping on him.
Mm-hmm.
So good for PJ. But PJ is a shoe because we didn't talk about the 3rd place finish he got from like 5th or 7th with 2 to go.
Right.
My man just muscled his way to 3rd.
Yeah.
With like a 7th place car.
At Stafford,
At
yeah.
Stafford, too. So PJ's getting it done.
And he drove the SK Light, but that only lasted about 100 feet
Did you
before he
see
got
him
caught up in a
practice, though?
wreck.
He was 4th
He was
quickest
fast. He was
in
fast.
practice.
Reminator, what do you got?
There is also a really hard wreck in this race.
All
Oh,
right.
man.
Is the 12 of
Not the
Evans.
legends.
as we have 11 laps to go in our legend car.
Oh my! Oh,
Number 3.
that's as bad as you can hit, just about.
Square head on
Jesus.
into concrete.
Was that the 117?
That is scary.
What, for pushing Riley Paul? You think?
You know, it was up for debate because I think the 117 got put to the rear for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. So if you looked at the clip, I mean, I wasn't sure, but I look at that and I like that's Jake Sylvia, right? Is that his name? That's
It's one of the Sylvias, I think.
But I think as I watched that replay, he
Chase
Sylvia. He
Chase
sure
Sylvia,
did
yeah.
help Riley.
Yeah, he did send them off in there. I'm watching
Yeah.
it here again on the stream, but
Thankfully, Wade Emke was okay because that was a bad hit.
gigantic.
Yeah.
I hate wrecking like that, though. You know, you just like, damn, I got a long week now.
Yeah.
You know,
While you're sore.
Right.
Why you don't even care about that? You're looking at it, you're like, damn, how much is that going to cost?
Dollar
me?
signs.
Right? And you're
flying.
like, every night, I got to get this apart. I got to get it over here on the jig. Damn it, I hope I can get it back by Monday night so I could race Wednesday.
And y'all always find a way.
Always. Isn't it amazing how racers do that?
Uh-huh.
They always figure it out. You call your favorite car to whoever will listen to you. Right?
I don't know how they listen to you, Diego.
I know how.
But in your dreams. Continuing the Dale Hedquist Motorsports Weekly Update, we go to White Mountain Motorsports Park on Saturday. In the American Canadian Tour, a wild conclusion to the Midsummer Classic 250 saw Jake Johnson hang on for his first ACT victory.
I will show you the battle for the win.
All right.
There were many layers to this.
That's Jake in the 91.
He's good.
DJ Shaw led a lot of that race.
This track looks totally different at night. I was like, where the hell are we?
Yeah,
And
right?
then Switzer, the leader.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Switzer was leading?
Yeah, cut a tire, 10 to go.
Oh, that sucks.
And this is the last lap.
Oh, my God. He doesn't run him up, huh? Huh? Emerling, would you have done it that nice?
I don't know, man.
It was right there. It was right
I
there.
respect it. I mean, I finished second a lot of times like that, but
Yeah.
no, I respect either way.
Yeah,
I
for
respect
sure.
being a gentleman like that.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember, Brandon Gray was the guy at Thunder Road a couple years ago who won almost every race in the Flying Tiger division.
Oh,
And now
wow.
he's moved up to late models, and he's a late model contender now.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a great race.
Jake, he was getting so close to getting that first ACT win. He's been so fast in that 91 on the tour. We knew how fast he was at Thompson.
And, you know, I talked to Jake, and I don't think that was going to be a deal. Like, the Hartwell team wanted to run the first couple races.
Uh-huh.
I think one of them was Lee. He podiumed. They came back to another track. They podiumed. I think they were going to miss one because he was running a Cars Tour event down south, and in the ACT race, I think got rained out. So it just all worked out for him. But he's very good at what he does. He's a great racer. He pays attention to details. No matter what car he gets in, he's fast.
Right. At Monadnock Speedway on Saturday, in the Open Modifieds, Ron Silk pocketed 10 grand after winning the Dash for Cash 100.
I got 20 cars up there.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
It's surprising. I was surprised. I guess Silk, it's worthy to go back up there, right? Because he won.
He won the other Open Mod show there about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
At Hudson Speedway on Sunday, the Granite English is really hard. Granite State Pro Stock Series competed, and Jimmy Renfrew Jr. dominated the 100-lapper for his third career series win.
Tapley called that in the chat last week.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, it's funny because I think that was a brand new Hamke car from down south, and I didn't even. He's so good, Renfrew.
In any car.
Yeah, and those type of races, any full body car, he's like the Ryan Waterman of street stocks when he gets in those cars. They all hate him.
Yeah.
I think.
He can be aggressive.
He's aggressive.
Yeah. I think it's time for points now.
Okay. Sorry. I got lost in the chat. I was reading stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chat's important.
Yeah, let's check out the points here. Our friends over there at Myers Crazy Holly Creamery as I'm also finishing up a cough drop that I'm chewing on.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, all right, good job. All right, Rocco's got the lead there. That's a pretty healthy lead there.
Yeah, it is.
We're up to, what is that, 38 points over JP. Glenn Reen still in third. Owen Rafano. Down below, Anglais still got the lead in the SK Lights over Tyler Berry. Waterman's lead now with that not last place, but last on the lead lap is down to 22 with the race winner Jason Raymond in second. Gleason in third. Adam Gray still got the 20-point lead over a bunch of drivers there, bunched up behind him there. Chris Meyer, Gambacorta, Buffoni. And then Lafayette is now 10 points ahead of Jeremy Lavoie. Lavoie had a tough day.
Yeah, he had a really bad race.
Yeah, not a good race for him.
Yeah.
He started up front and kind of went backwards right from the start, unfortunately. Let's go to the Speedbowl. What do we got here? SKs were racing. Flannery's got the 9-point lead over Owen, 13 over Nick Hubby. Across the way there, Ray Christian has got the 2-point lead. Diego says, I am not moving from if you don't finish at least third in points, dude, it's going to be very...
I might quit.
Yeah.
I might quit.
Yeah.
Why?
Just throw the towel in.
No.
I'm just
Diego,
joking.
what
I'm
the
never-
hell?
I'm not a quitter. I'm just joking.
All right.
Better not.
Bloxham's got a 48-point lead over Kevin Davis in the SK Lights. Lynham with a 44-point lead. You know, defending champ Jason Beal, I think he had a tough night too, and he's dropped out of the top 5, unfortunately. So he's having a tough year. What else we got here for the Saturday division? Street stocks were off. Krasminski got the 32-point lead over Sam Misek in the mini stocks. And the Legend Cars race, it's Dylan Freeman with the 16-point lead over Parker Davis. Big thanks to Busy Bee Learning Center for the Speedbowl points. Let's do some touring. JDL Motorsports will help us out here. What do we got to update? The Act series, let's see, Gabe Brown is 3 points ahead of Caden Fisher. Jake Johnson now third in points, talking about his consistent season earlier. Pass and the Supermods, that's updated from the previous week. You know, they're usually a week behind, so we can update them there. No change, really, with DJ Shaw and Jeffrey Battle still leading. In other touring series, we have, let's see, what's updated? Grand State Pro Stocks. Jeremy Sorrell still leading, 24 points over Joey Pohl, and that is pretty much it. There was pretty light on the old touring series. And, of course, tomorrow is Thompson Speedway, so Chassis Pro's got to give us the old update, little refresher of what's going on there. Keith Rocco leads the Sunoco Mods over Todd Owen and Danny Cates. Jake Johnson's got the 3-point lead over Matt Lewinsky-Lowe in the late models. They're the only two that have won races in that division so far this year. Kevin Davis is leading the SK Lights over our Quote of the Week recipient, Austin Goff. And then Ryan Lynham's got the lead over Jared Susi and Al Stone in the Street Stocks. Big thanks to all of our point standing sponsors. BT, back over to you, my friend.
Now we go to some sad news. A couple people in the racing world passing away recently. Just over a week ago, former Speedbowl racer Bob Savard passed away at the age of 86.
I got a picture from the archives here, Diego. That is a pretty, the old timers will know, that is the Bill Cogden 76, a very prominent car in the early days of the Speedbowl. And then Bob was also closely associated. He's the guy in the middle there, in between Bob Potter and Rick Saravolo. And he was with Potter for many, many years, part of his crew. We'll have a little bit more on Bob Savard in a later segment, but thoughts go out to his family, his daughter Michelle, and I think Darlene, I think is his other daughter's name. But so thinking of them.
And then NEMA Hall of Famer Joey Coy passed away last week. Coy was a 3-time NEMA driver champion while also claiming 3 titles in the American TQ Midget Racing Association.
Yeah, went into the archives again, Diego. There he is right there. One of the badasses in the midget world. Got a picture of him here. This is a NEMA race over in Oswego back in the 1990s. Here's one from Star Speedway, also in the 90s. This one's from 1995. This next one is at CONT. So another legend. His father was a legendary guy as well in the Near Hall of Fame. So more sad news, unfortunately.
And then this happened this week. Tom Gunning, a longtime crew member and the brother of multi-time SK Modified champion Bo Gunning, passed away this week after battling ALS. Tom Gunning was 62.
Got this Howie Hodge picture from our buddy Fran Lawler. That's Tom, second from the left there in the back row with one of Bo's wins over the over the years. Diego, you got to know Tom over the years?
Yeah, Tom was. I mean, I didn't know him great, but we always talked. You know, I knew Nick really good, Salva.
Yeah,
and
that's his stepson, right?
Stepson, and you know, Tom was just about at every race. He was at every race Nick ran.
Yep.
And early in our years when we started SK racing, we've had this discussion before where Bo was with Partridge, and Tom was at every race. And I, you know, even over the years, I got to know Tom well, and I knew his wife. I got to know her, and it's just you know, that disease that got him is just devastating.
Yeah.
And you know, my wife tells me to stop. I get stuck on reels with that stuff, and she says stop watching that. And it's just so sad because, you know, you keep your brain functions all the time, and you just
it's hard to look away.
It's a terrible disease.
Yeah.
You know, and so I feel bad for all. You know, I send all my best wishes out to the whole gunning, everybody that had passed away, but especially the gunning family because I knew them personally.
You know, you talk about ALS. I interviewed Peg Goudreau. You know, her and her husband Al owned the 3-car. Dick Dunn and their son Tommy. That Tommy Fox drove the late model. And she had ALS, and it was
she did,
and it was she passed away maybe 6 months after I interviewed her, and she had pretty good spirits about her, which was I just found amazing, knowing what her inevitable fate was. It kind of like she accepted it, and it was kind of remarkable, the interview. But yeah, I just kind of echo that it's just a terrible disease. Yeah. Just takes you slowly, unfortunately.
Well, let's end this segment on a slightly higher note. Street stock regular Colton Gambacorta told us that he plans to make his limited late model debut this Friday, driving Scott Clements' 18 car.
Oh, way to be. It's going to be numbered 18. They're not going to like re-letter it or anything.
I think they're just going to keep it the 18.
Hey, listen, he beat Waterman, so let that be a testament. He got a little riled up, moving up a division now.
Limiteds are no joke, though.
Oh, yeah.
They're no joke. And this has been the Dale Hedquist Motorsports Weekly Update.
All right. Good job by you, as always. Reminator, you might have to carry this one here because it's one of those days for me. But it is time for the Waddell Communications Nostalgia Nugget of the week.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad, right?
You want me to sing?
No.
I would prefer you didn't. I'm going to get this little skip out of the way right here. There you go. I knew I pressed the wrong button, so I was just going to get that out of the way real quick. All right, Diego, it's the SK5K coming up this week on Friday. You know, that is the premier SK modified race in New England nowadays. And this winner's list includes some of the very best in modified racing. So why don't we go over the previous winners here? Started in 2014, Rowan Pennick was the winner. 2015, Ryan Priest. 2016, Ted Christopher. 2017, Chase Dowling. Then back-to-back years, Ronnie Williams, 2018, 2019. Chase Dowling again in 2020. Mike Christopher Jr. in 2021. Those were all 100-lap races. In 2022, Marcello Ruffano won it. That's the first year it was an 80-lap race. Following year, Todd Owen took victory. 2024, it was Keith Rocco. Now, they had changed it to a 111-lap race, but it was rain shortened to 69. And then, of course, last year, Max Zackham won it, and it was a 112-lap race. Now, the last couple of years, they've done that to as an honor of the anniversary, 11th, 12th. This is going to be the 13th annual. Bonzo, you've told me that it's back to 100 now, right? Going in this one?
Yes.
A couple other notes. Obviously, Ronnie Williams, Chase Dowling, the only ones to win it twice. And when Marcello Ruffano and Max Zackham won, it was their first career SK Modified win. That's a pretty good win.
Yeah, it is.
That's a pretty good first win. So, the SK5K, I mean, right out of the gate, there was a prestige to that event.
Absolutely.
I was actually, when it first started, I was still deep in the Speedbowl trenches in the weekly, and I always wondered why the Speedbowl could never make their $5 grand to win race like that. With the Bud Nationals.
Stafford's done a great
And
job.
yeah, from the beginning, man, it's always had kind of this really, really just nice prestige about it. And now it's basically the last leg of the Triple Crown.
Yep.
And so it should be a good night there on Friday night. That's for sure. All right, let's carry on. It's time to go down to the bullpen. Our man Fro is back and ready to roll.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Hoosier Tires, for still sponsoring my segment, even though I'm becoming frail, apparently.
Fro, real quick here.
Yes.
Let me just interrupt you real quick and give the old update on the
sure.
On the old Sign Pro poll here. We asked, should racing content have to result in a spin for the aggressor to be penalized? Diego, 17% say yes. 37% of the people said no. And the majority, 46, are currently saying it depends on the situation. So that is with, listen, there is 54 votes, but there is well over 150 people in the chat. So let's get on it, people. Give us your
Yes,
thoughts on that. We'll get back to it. Go ahead, bro.
I'd also like to say thanks to everyone who sent the well wishes my way in the chat. I enjoyed being down there with y'all in the trenches.
Yeah.
Of the YouTube chat.
Oh, yeah, right on.
Yes,
Last
my
week.
man Pavel was like, "Where's Fro?" I was like, "Oh, that's a good question. Where is that sexy guy?"
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, seriously, don't push it.
Guys,
dial it back.
I don't know. Listen, I didn't say that. Okay.
I think you did, but go ahead.
All right. We got 3 for you right here. A little 3-banger.
All right, looking forward to it.
3-banger.
There's been a lot of discussion among the National Series. I know this will thrill Sid.
Yeah.
Regarding the length of races and them being too long. I think a lot of this kind of revolves around like the short form content world in which we all inhabit now.
Yeah.
And a 3.5 hour cup race is a lot for some people. So, I mean, there's really no debate that people would like to see the show move a little quicker. But I want to ask you guys if you think it's more imperative to shorten up the actual lap total or, take a deeper look at moving along things like caution laps and all those procedures, restarts, stages, etc.
Well, we actually just have somebody in studio with us that has raced on the national scene. Why don't we ask him?
It's tough. I mean, some of the, like I said, like when I ran the, some truck and O'Reilly stuff, I feel like some of the races weren't that much longer than like a we're running 150 laps. But yeah, I mean, it's tough because like they have to make it an event, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I guess I don't. I wouldn't like. As a race fan, when I was a little kid, I used to fall asleep on the couch and then wake up in the last 10. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
But it's tough. The races don't seem long. There's a lot of. There is one thing: the longer the race, the more things have to line up for you to win that race, or for it to like. There's so many things to that, and it's. I think that's might be why they set it up. Like, there's so many things that can. Like say in a Cup O'Reilly race, there's so many things that can go wrong. You can have the best day ever, and so many things. The races are so long, all the pit stops, so many things.
Yep.
You see guys getting penalized every week. It's just there might be an aspect to like everything has to. You have to execute everything to the fullest extent every lap instead of it being like a sprint race. So
for sure,
in the the teams with the pit stop. So there is an aspect to that.
Yeah, I think you touched on something there in the beginning too. Is like it's so expensive to run those races, and that the companies that put up the money to support you guys when you're running it, I think they expect a certain amount of airtime.
It's an event.
Yeah, right. And like you said, it's an event, and so I think like the economics of it, it's probably highly unlikely that they're ever going to shorten it.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of the identity of, especially Cup, even compared to Xfinity and Truck. There's like an endurance aspect to it. I know the stages have mildly tarnished that. I don't think that the lap count itself is a problem as much as like the amount of the elapsed time during this broadcast where like nothing is happening. A lot of this debate started after the Brickyard, which was already kind of a tough watch, to say the least, to begin with. But, I mean, there was a stretch where there was a debris caution, and then a single lap was ran to end the stage. And then they had the stage caution procedure, and so a single green flag lap was run in the span of a half hour.
Well,
I mean, if you're watching with casual fans, I mean, it's like, really? Like, what the hell are we even watching this for? We're a half hour deep and one lap's been run. I think that's where they're going to want to look at maybe shifting certain elements around. I don't know, choose cone on the backstretch. I don't know. I think they're already looking at it, but definitely that's where even I start to roll my eyes a little bit.
Haven't they have been trying to do that all along through multiple series?
What?
In NASCAR, whether it's Cup or, they keep throwing different things out, whether it's,
You mean like to shorten things up?
Well, to make it exciting at least over the course of a run, whether it's stage points.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the larger issue across all sports is the attention span. Like for Bobby and Remy. I mean, Remy has fully admitted she doesn't watch movies because they're too long.
Hey, don't rope me into that. That ain't me.
Yeah, all right.
Just want to be clear.
I meant people your age for the most part.
Yeah,
but I mean, like,
But it is a lot to ask. I can sit there for 3 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, football's bulletproof.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's impossible. But I mean, my sport was always baseball, and I can't stand watching baseball now. And they've done things to try to speed up that sport as well.
Yeah.
But it's still, to me, there's a lot of boringness to it, and I think that's what happens sometimes in races. And that's why I don't like the National Series, because there's not enough action.
Yeah.
Like I want to see Ryan Waterman try to take out Brandon Warren and then us debate about it. That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? Like I want to see that kind of excitement, and I kind of don't get that with the national stuff.
The thing too.
Oh, go ahead, Bonzo.
The thing too is that, I mean, I think this shortening distance talk gets tiring because they've already how many 500-mile races are left these days?
Yeah, not many.
There's
Crown
very
jewels.
few. Like they're mostly 400-milers. How much does it get to be too much? You can't have 300-mile races. People are paying a full price ticket.
Exactly.
And now the show's going to only be 2 hours instead of 3 hours or 3. Like they go in there expecting to get a 400-mile, 3-hour long show. If the tickets don't go down, the race is going to be 2 hours long. People are not exactly going to be that satisfied by that.
That is another. Oh, go ahead, Sid.
Well, I was just going to say, like, at some point, don't you have to evaluate, like, if it's a 3.5 hour event, but your rating is whatever, 1 million people, but if you shortened it up and it was only 2 hours and 15 minutes, but your rating, then that doubled your viewership to 2 million. Isn't that more valuable?
Well, I'm not. I have to see the numbers and how they compare.
It's to Bonzo's point. The Cup weekends or just the National Series weekends as a whole are always pitched as like this big multi-day event where you're supposed to camp out and go to these parties and these concerts. And like, if with short track racing, obviously the features are shorter, but you're putting 5, 6, 7, 8 of them back to back, so you're still sitting in the stands for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, if the main event on a Sunday is a 1.5 hour Cup race, it's like, why the hell did I pay all this money to fly out here and see this? I mean, the endurance aspect, that is part of the identity.
Yeah.
I think it's too bad if you short track racing is great, right? Like you go to Stafford, you go to Monadnock, you go to the Speedbowl, great racing.
Right.
A lot of modified show up.
Right.
This is off the point of what you said a little bit, but I would love, it'll never happen. There's way too many 1.5 mile tracks and teams with big money, the same guys running up front, and it just gets boring. Like, I want to see races out like Winchester. Right?
Yeah.
I want to see them slicing and dicing through the field, through the whole race. That's what'll keep me watching.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Who wants to watch a 1.5 mile snooze fest with all the top tier teams just dominating with all their drivers and bitching and crying about this guy took me out, or I just get so sick of it. I want to see. So that's why I love short track. Obviously, we all here love short track racing. Could you imagine if NASCAR, I know it would never happen, but if they went to a bunch of really good short tracks and put these cars on them, you would be glued.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
watching.
the current car
You
is
don't
not
think
so
so?
conducive to amazing short track racing.
Exactly. People have been complaining about the Cup car on the short tracks, and they've actually been enjoring the intermediate tracks more.
Yeah.
Patrick, what do you think about it?
So I say this all the time. So as far as a short track, track, I say it like those cars, when you drive them on a short track, like a Martinsville or whatever, a half-mile-ish track, under a mile, they just feel like they don't belong there. Right?
Yeah.
But you drive them at a 1.5 miles, and this is what they were. It feels like that's what they were built for, right?
Yeah.
So it's like at a short track, I think even though they do provide good racing, sometimes it's just don't beat them. Don't beat a modified or a late model or any, you know what I mean. That's even driving them. They're kind of a chore. You know what I mean. After short tracks are super heavy. Like,
right.
I will never forget when we had like we had like a day drinking, like pool party type event for this UFC fight that was going to be on, and it was the same day as the Summer Atlanta race last year. And I was just so shocked at how many of these people that would totally roll their eyes at racing just glued to the screen at this like lap after lap chaos. No, I agree, but what I'm going to get at is that not every race, like you just can't have every track be that. I mean, the Atlanta race is almost out of control, chaotic with the package, the track. So you're going to have to find other ways to trim the fat because, I mean, trying to make every race into either an Atlanta or like a short track style event would just be a complete fundamental overhaul of Cup. It would be something completely different.
And even at the weekly level, not every show is entertaining. Like you're going to have your insanely exciting races that are bangers from start to finish. Then you have caution-free, mellow events where nothing really happened. It's no different at the Cup level. It's a longer time to get there. But to me, it doesn't affect me.
Keeter makes a good point in the chat. He says it boils down to TV. If the TV window's 3 hours, if you think the cautions are long now, a 200-lap race, that caution is going to be even longer to fill the commercial space, which is a good point.
Yep.
But then the Ricker says F1's 90 minutes to 2 hours, and they have no issues. So
but F1's never been known as one that is ever been a 3-hour racing series like NASCAR.
Yeah, they're relatively short. Like you watch those, and they get
Well, the other thing with F1 is again we talked about the weekend structure a couple minutes ago. They have like 5 practices. They have qualifying. They have sprint for it. Yeah, they have like qualifying sprint, and they have the sprint, and then that's like it's almost as if they run like 5 heat races. Like Cup doesn't do that.
Right.
And it's a single practice, single car qualifying, and then that's it until the race. So
or it could be why dirt racing is super popular, right? Those things are like short, really short races, right? And the events a lot quicker normally than so that could be something to could be something.
It's more like watching reels of a race than watching a movie.
Pretty
the way
much.
dirt is structured. It really is. They come in for 5 laps, it's over in 90 seconds, they go out.
30 laps, you're done. Sprint car race,
Yep.
Keeter says he's got a good question. People watch F1. You know what, Keeter? That's a great question. Good job by you.
A lot of that is because F1 is from that Drive to Survive, I think is what it's called, the Netflix series.
The Netflix series.
It wasn't because the time limit, it's because that Netflix series.
It was fun.
It's grown a lot.
Yeah. It was fun to watch that explosion of popularity and then slowly just watch people drop off. They're like, hey, wait a minute, this sucks ass. Why am I watching this? Wait a minute, this is terrible.
Oh, DRS.
You still can't pass.
All right, all the F1 fans in the chat got
one team dominating every race.
Right.
Lovely. All right, we'll move on here.
Yeah, what else you got?
We saw a lot of talk about the late models not having heats at Stafford. So I ask you guys, when the division's down on car count, would you rather kill the heats altogether or run a single heat with every car in it?
Diego?
Kill the heats, of course. Who the hell wants to watch an 8-lap shootout with all the same cars that are about to run 30 or 40?
Well, our good friend Chrissy Two Stoops, he stopped by the studio earlier, and I asked him because the late models at Stafford now, they scrapped their heats. And he brought up a good point saying, I wish maybe we could get another round of practice if we're not going to have a heat race. Which I thought was interesting.
Well, I know last week Adam Gray had a mechanical issue after practice, and the next time he could test it out was going to be the feature, but he went out for hardship laps, so at least he got something in there, but he didn't have that heat race to kind of test it out. I know years ago when the limiteds were really down on car count, they didn't have heats for them either, and that was like 5 or 6, 7 cars.
And I think it also, last week, Stafford's show was over by 9:30.
Yeah.
9:05.
9:06 officially.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
It was great. And the Speedbowl was
same, right? Yeah.
So it's not a bad thing. I know, it's one thing if I remember Terry Ames used to say, and Keeter probably could attest to this, that, we gotta run more caution laps because we got to sell more hot dogs and beers.
Yeah.
Right. So, but now most of the tracks like Stafford, they lease out the concessions.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Speedbowl has food trucks.
Right.
It doesn't matter really anymore. And I don't think people want to stay there until midnight.
No.
Right.
Especially for a regular weekly show with no real headliner. I mean, being done by 9:05 and you get there at 6, I mean, that's 3 hours. That's good for me.
Diehards are showing up for practice.
Exactly.
So they're there at 4.
Yeah.
So if they could roll out at 9 and then go meet us at Chili's for beers and fajitas after, it's a good night.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I like having the heats for the late models just to see, kind of measure out who has what for those 8 laps and how you can adjust for it in the future. But that's just my personal preference. I get why they don't have them.
Yeah, I think it's I'm not for that. Now, if you got 10 cars and you want to run 5-5 or something like that,
well, they get 11 or 12,
and maybe cut them to 8 laps or what is
it's normally 8.
Is it 8? So
street stocks
maybe.
run 5.
Yeah, maybe cut them to 5. If you don't have the cars, right, you get to go out to get a feeler. Just don't wreck your car, right? Because we need all of you for the feature tonight.
Right. True. That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really good point.
In a way, it is for a lot of guys. Like you always, I feel like, see 1 or 2 guys with mechanical issues in the practice, hanging back, just kind of like another shakedown little period.
It's normally what I do. Like we run the RLC races, and then I'm just use it as a practice and cruise around, and then I get mad when people like are getting free out of the corner trying to chase me. And it's like, dude, like. We're in the redraw.
Calm down, buddy. Yeah, right.
Chill, keep your tires on it, man.
Right. Yeah. All right, I got one more for you guys.
All right, hit it.
How important are race day festivities that aren't racing related in terms of drawing fans to the track? Now, there's not a lot of this around so much anymore, but I'm talking things like Fan Zone, like a pop-up fair, like big E style, like roller coasters and such. Is it worth the investment to bring those kind of things to the track? Or would the people who'd be interested in that just show up to the track anyway?
Patrick, you mentioned something about one of the racetracks that you raced at having something like that when you were younger. Was it Holland?
Oh, yeah, Holland. Yeah, when I was a little kid, that's a track I used to go to, and they had a roller coaster, they had rides.
Right.
They actually had a pool on the front stretch. And
Really?
kids would be swimming in the pool and they're racing. Yeah, they had like a pool sponsor.
Oh, what?
And then it's not there anymore.
That's
but
awesome.
So they used to. I don't know. When I was a little kid, it was. When I was 5 years old, I thought it was cool.
That's pretty cool.
You know where they have it? We went to dirt race at Loudon. I don't know if you've ever been here during Cup weekend, and so the little dirt track.
Yeah, next to the track.
Yeah,
next to Loudon,
Brody brought up he wanted to run his legend car up on the dirt. I'd never been to a dirt race before.
Yep.
First off, I didn't realize they only ran like 1 lap of practice. It seemed weird.
Yeah, a couple laps.
Yeah, it's like they just went out and went like pace laps and came off. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yep.
Like, but the big blocks are loud as hell, man. I was like, those are cool. But on the other side of the track, I don't know if it was because of the weekend, but there was like a carnival. Like it was cool as hell. There was vendors. The place was mobbed. Like absolutely mobbed. And I don't know if it's just because it was Cup weekend, and I thought it was great. I mean, but who can afford to do that? Where could you put a carnival at the Speedbowl? Where could you put a carnival at Stafford?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. That's a lot of money to invest in.
Yeah. Maybe they shut down the old golf course or the driving range rather for what? I don't know. It's not like you could do it every week though. It would be like a once for the year.
Yeah. But is that return worth it?
I don't know.
That's where I question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much that would draw.
Well, the newness would wear off after a while.
Oh, for sure.
Right? I mean, it would just wear off. Maybe.
You know what I would always wanted to do if I ever won the lotto and was able to convince Bruce to sell me the Speedbowl?
What would you want to do?
I would make a miniature golf course that was race car based.
Oh, that'd be
out,
fun.
Like roadside.
That's a terrible idea.
Why?
Oh, wow.
That's probably the worst idea I've ever heard.
Are you serious? Are you freaking kidding
Who
me?
likes mini golf?
Diego.
I love mini
A
golf.
lot of people.
Everyone.
A lot of
golf
people.
sucks.
Diego, everyone likes
Why?
it.
Because you suck
Everyone.
at it?
Go, yeah, tell him, Bonza. Freaking tell him already. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't really like that you poo-pooed my idea like that. You know? Mini golf does not suck.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to build all that
Why don't
stuff.
you take Rachel out for a nice...
mini golf session?
Yeah,
Oh,
nice
that
little
sounds
date
like
night.
fun.
No, I
A
bet
little
you'll go,
ice
oh my
cream.
God, I love mini golf.
I used to
Come
go
on.
to the ocean. I used to go to Ocean Beach. I used to only go to just put it in the whale mouth.
But you couldn't do
You know
it.
when you have to hit the ball?
Let's carry on, you idiot.
It's like there's not many tracks that have the luxury of like Riverside Park or Danbury where it was literally in the middle of a park or
literally.
a fairgrounds.
Right.
Yeah, and like people in the chat are bringing up Riverside Park and Danbury, right? Yeah.
Riverside was really cool as hell, though.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought of like the racetrack was just almost like another exhibit. You know, you could go see all the mascots do a dance routine down at that side of the park, or you could go see the races. You know, I always want to go see the races, but I think that's a little bit different than an existing racetrack doing stuff like Patrick mentioned about Holland Speedway doing. That was, it's a little bit different. But
Yeah.
I think I agree that I just don't think that those things are really feasible.
The ROI doesn't seem to be there. Plus,
Yeah.
again, I forget who it was that said this point, but the property needs to, allow for it. A place like Loudon, they got a gigantic parking lot. They have a half a dozen parking lots that they could put those things in. But like Stafford is the only, maybe Thompson could do it. But still, you'd be very hard pressed to find space for it.
At the national level, I could see that being more feasible to bring people. Having extracurricular, activities like concerts and fairs and whatnot. I think that would work well at the national level. It's just way too much for the local level.
They do. Yeah, they'll have concerts and they have all that.
Right.
Yeah,
But
just
they
assumed.
put on quite the production there.
Yeah, there's a lot more money behind it, too.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Well, people, that's the stat chat. And Sid, I'm telling you, if you win that lottery, mini golf,
Oh, all right.
put it in the bank.
Yeah,
I'll be there day one.
I'm getting a lot of positive feedback in the
Exactly.
chat.
Only
yeah.
freaking Diego's the naysayer.
They basically said that, Diego, you must actually suck at mini golf.
Yeah, keep it going, people.
I'm actually really good.
That's what we think about that, guy. All right. Listen, big thanks to our friends over there at WaterWiz for this week's Stat Splash. Diego, we talked about him before. You know this guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
That's John Pulio. JP, they call him. 4 consecutive SK Modified wins at the Speedbowl. He's now only 1 away from the record, Diego. That record is held by?
Keith Rocco.
That's correct. It's Dennis Gaeta. He
Dennis
set
Gaeta.
the
That was my
record in
next one.
1999. But you're not completely wrong because your boy Keith Rocco did tie it in 2011. So if JP, I believe he's posted his schedule and he will be returning to the bowl. So he will be going for a little SK Modified history. That's the word I'm looking for there. If he goes back down, we'll see what happens. All right, Patrick, get yourself ready. It's time for another great edition of the Hair by Emma Monahan Fast Five. All right, you know how we do it here. 5 quick questions for our hot seat guests. Diego, start us off here.
I love this one. Patrick, do you wash your legs in the shower? Or do you just let the soapy water do all the work?
Wash it.
Good call. Good call.
If you could live,
I'm a clean guy.
if you could live anywhere outside of upstate New York, where?
Mooresville.
Where you currently live.
Now, you've been around on the national scene a bit. What track do you think would put on a bang-up mod race where they don't currently go?
It's a tough one. Well, they're not currently going to Richmond, and that was a good place.
Oh, all
There's
right.
a few other interests like that. I was really excited to run that Iowa race. That was on the schedule. So, yeah, there's a few of them.
All right, during our pre-live show talk, Patrick told us that he likes to cook. And so I want to know, for breakfast, you going French toast, pancakes, or waffles?
I'm going French toast.
That's the correct answer, my
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Well done.
What is your favorite type of race car to drive?
It's got to be the modified.
Another
Hey.
good answer. I think he aced that one right there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Good job by you. All right, let's have a little bit more discussion, shall we? Diego, get ready here.
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
It's another segment of Ed Marcel Firewood Land Clearing. This is viewer mail.
All right.
All right, Dane sent one in, and we're going to read these off. He's actually sent 2. First one is, what is the purpose of running a consi when cars aren't going home? ACT had a consolation race for their Midsummer Classic where all cars would start in the feature. Is this a typical procedure? Why risk something happening?
I don't have the answer to
Yeah,
that. Hopefully
I
Scott
don't know.
Tapley's in chat.
Well, they start the feature because Tapley does that thing where he allows them to enter the race, but if they go a lap down, they're gone.
Here's what they do. I don't know for sure this is the absolute answer, but they run their qualifying on plus minuses.
Yes, and that applies in the Consi too.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So I remember Brody finished 3rd in a consi or 2nd, but started like 12th.
Yeah.
Started like 7th in the feature.
Right.
right? So that's why they run the Consi, I believe, because they do it all, even the Consi, on a plus minus. Now, if Tapley was in, he would tell us for sure, but that's going to be my guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then.
Second question. This one's for our guest.
Oh, do tell.
Question for Patrick. With the far-reaching career you've had, what are some of the favorite tracks that you've run on, either for racecraft or make the highlight reel just to be there? And it's a double-barrel question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are there still any on the bucket list also? So the first one is what's one of your favorite tracks?
Yeah. So for the modified Loudon, for the National Series, Pocono, Vegas, and also the super speedways, it'd be a battle there.
Mm-hmm. Are there any on your list that you haven't been to that you'd like to go to?
I know I haven't run Bowman Gray in a modified, and I'm a down south guy now. So that is at someday. Not that it's on the list someday.
I got a question for you. Now that he asked that, what makes on the mod, what makes Loudon your favorite? Is it the draft?
Yeah, it's the draft with the style, with the give and take on the slide jobs, and
is it because I've never done it? It looks nerve-wracking as hell, and it's a dangerous place to me. How much are you really relying on the next guy when you're racing, like when you're slide jobbing, that they're just going to let you in? I mean, do you take that like he's going to let you in, or do you have to know who you're running with?
Yeah, that's a lot of it, like knowing who you're running with and have an idea of what, how that's going to go. But normally if someone's looking, depending on which stage of the race it is, it's definitely, a little bit of giving. You just got to be methodical about it.
Yeah, right, right.
Now, I know you're up here racing a lot on weekends, but have you gone to Bowman Gray? And
I haven't.
No, really? Okay. I wanted to get there again when I was down there doing stuff for the Stefanik doc, and we were actually going to go there. We got all our stuff done on Saturday, and it rained out. And so I'll get down there at some point. But it's kind of like I'm not necessarily the fan of the racing there, but I do kind of want to check it off the list just to be in that environment, because it seems like they call it a madhouse for the reason.
The environment.
Yeah,
that's the word.
Yeah,
the show.
right.
aspect.
Exactly.
I can tell you this: when we went down there, and I know I've said this before, I almost felt a little out of place there.
Really?
Yes.
They could pick you out as a New Englander, you think?
As soon as you say something.
Yeah, that's
right?
true, right? Yeah.
They're like back there having cigarettes and shit. They start,
you boys like racing?
Right. I started saying something. Oh, I know this guy. They look at me like, I'm going to go sit back down. All right. We have one more for you, okay?
Well, wait a minute. If you only have one more, then I think we got to get the Reminator involved here, don't you?
That's very true.
Okay. So if any of y'all have questions for us, please send it to sidviewpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you, and back to you, Diego.
Real quick.
All right.
Joe Dion has been a great supporter of the viewer mail.
Yeah.
And he's sent some questions in about Waterman, and so it was about whether it was a good call or bad call. We've talked about that a lot tonight.
Yeah, pretty much, right.
I just wanted to address him, for sending in.
We think we have that covered.
Yeah, for sending in email. So, Joe, I appreciate it. But I do have one from him, and this is for our man. I like saying this name, Bonesa. You guys know Bonesa?
Yeah, we know that guy.
I do.
All right, that's my buddy Bonesa, my little bully friend. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what he's asked. Would a new segment on Sid's View where Bonesa has to blindly try new foods be feasible? Just curious to see how many different food he tries and will actually like.
Dale Hedquist, don't nod your head at me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Dale's got the right
Dale
idea.
knows it's internet gold.
And
Yes.
we really
We
would.
just need to get Bonsa invested in it. I've told him
Yes.
before he is directly hurting the monetization of the podcast
Oh
by
my
not
gosh.
engaging in this segment that we could
Can we do
easily,
it?
Oh,
we can
sick.
easily
Good
find
angle.
a sponsor.
It's an
for it.
economicist angle.
We can
it's unbelievable.
blindfold you?
Right.
I barely try new stuff without a blindfold. What makes you think
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
I
try it
don't-
with a
I'd
blindfold?
say no blindfold. Actually, have him look at it, make faces as he has to take at least
Right.
one bite of
You know
like
what would be great?
a Twizzler,
If you
or like.
if you just blindfolded him and you just rubbed it on his lips.
What's up with this blindfold? I don't know about this.
Here's the weird part. The weird part is he's scared, like we're asking him to eat like sushi, right? Or cow's tongue.
He's all
You know, yeah.
serious
Put it
looking.
on him.
Well, we're not going to make him try sushi.
But
You don't
he's,
think any of this is funny.
the problem is,
Asinine.
like I said, he thinks we're asking him to eat all these disgusting things, right?
Right.
Like liver and sardines and all this nasty stuff. But then he comes on the podcast and says, "I've never had Twizzlers."
He's
Well,
never
like,
had cheese balls.
Never had a coffee.
He's never right. Like what do we? It's not torturous stuff we're asking him to eat. And he actually might like it.
Dells.
Right.
Like he's 30 years old. At some point, you got to turn the corner and start eating more than just plain pasta, glazed donuts, and bottled water.
Rich even
You know
said
what
it.
I'm saying?
Hashtag Bonza eats. It rolls off the tongue so nice. I mean, come on.
Does it?
I think so.
I
Gator
will-
thinks so.
God,
I
there's
will
so
say-
many things that I can
Come on.
probably-
Seriously, man.
Slow your roll, Diego.
Well, listen, we'll keep working on it. We don't know if we're gonna have any success.
Wait,
but
Sid, you know what's
myself
crazy?
up.
yeah,
Last week, I talked about how on a road trip, I would eat Pringles and a Rice Krispie treat. That was another viewer mail from the previous Tuesday.
yeah.
I had 2 people this past Friday give me a plastic bag that had an 8-pack of Rice Krispie treats
No
and
way.
cans of Pringles.
Nice.
Yo.
Oh yeah, much love to
Oh,
those
man.
people for
The
watching
podcast
the pod.
influence
Yes.
is strong. Give me $1,000, please.
Yeah. Yo, to whoever that was, I actually secretly, Bonza did tell me that he loves sushi. He loves spicy miso. I mean, come on.
Hey,
guys.
no, now you're just flat gaslighting.
Yeah, see, that's right. Now we're getting out of control. That's where we're going to lose them.
Yeah.
We got to start with the simple stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
All right, that's it. That's all I have. Thanks to Ed Marcel, Firewood, and Land Clearing. That was viewer mail. Back to you, Sid.
All right, before we get to our next segment, our good friend there, Fran Lawler, just an amazing, he's been a longtime friend, and an amazing resource of photos. And he actually sent us a photo here during the viewer mail segment of the old swimming pool at Holland Speedway.
That's
What?
awesome.
Patrick
Oh,
was
that's
talking about it.
serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't joking, was I?
Wow.
Yeah.
What a snipe that was to have that photo on hand. That's awesome.
ever go in
That
it?
is awesome. No, I didn't. No.
Now, did
No, I used to
people
watch him though. I used to watch kids. I'd be sitting like above it,
Yeah,
and kids would be swimming, having a good old
man,
time,
I
and the
would've
races
dogged
going
that one
on.
out.
Now,
That's
could you
sick.
go like where that kayak pool sign is there? Could you like cannonball off of that rail?
Jump
Or
off?
was it-
Yeah, maybe that's why they got rid of it.
It's like 4 feet deep. You just break your
Yeah.
spine.
Dude, what a,
instantly.
what a freaking insurance.
Right.
The sponsor, kayak pool. Didn't want to do
Yeah.
that.
That's cool as hell,
funny.
though.
Yeah,
That's
very
awesome.
cool. Good job by Fran sending us that photo. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, let's carry on here. Another segment. Here we go. Diego, we've been fortunate to have our friends over there at Broadbrook Heating and Cooling with the Did You Know? Potentially the last Did You Know segment for the foreseeable future. So let's see if we can get somebody else to jump on board. But nevertheless, we have a pretty interesting story. We talked about the late Bob Savard earlier in the show, sadly passed away recently. Did you know that he was one of the first Speedbowl competitors who actually flew out of the racetrack during a wreck? And opening day 1966, Savard lost control of the Cogden 76 car, which we showed him in earlier in the show. It went into a violent barrel roll through what was at the outer sand strip. Back then, the Speedbowl was not paved all the way to the outer wall. And it actually went up and over the railroad ties wall and through the fence. Pretty crazy pictures here from Shani Lorenzen back in the day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so as far as we know, he did not get seriously hurt, but this was pretty much the end of his racing career. We don't believe he ever drove again after this. He has one career win in the Bomber division. We looked up there in Speedbowl history. So we used those pictures in the Speedbowl doc back in the day when I did that. So I thought those were interesting, a little nugget there. Oh, and I know another one here. I forgot to, where did I put that picture, Reminator? Hold on a second. I had another good one for you. Bob Savard's grandson, Justin, he was a former home run derby wiffle ball champion with Ron Uhas Jr. 2008.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Michelle's son. He was that was the good old days. I think that was the third year we did that.
I
So
used to love doing that.
yeah, those were a lot of fun.
I won that one year.
Yeah, you did win it. Yep. I know your brother tried to recruit me to do it again, but those
That was
days
fun to do.
These days are over, man.
I would always whack them
I'm 53, man. I
Oh.
could probably throw 5 pitches. I know.
That was just on purpose.
That's
dude.
it. Again, Diego has said something that has just made us realize it's time to move on. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, I screwed up and picked Landon Salamito, who obviously was not racing, and I still got more right than the rest of you. Our man Fro, although we did not recognize early on, he also picked a Crown Vic race at the Speedbowl when they were not racing. We'll let him slide. He was under the weather.
Yeah, it was Delulu.
So he was a little bit, Delulus, like they say.
Yes.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Reminator. It's going to go Reminator, Bobby, Diego, Patrick, and then myself. What do you got there, Rems?
Well,
I got to get the old soundboard ready here. When you get ready for the pick'ems, do tell. Go.
so Thompson, late model, Jake Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Stafford, SK, Keith Rocco.
Oh, now he's your boy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mediocre no more.
Right?
I mean,
Wow.
as long as he wins again.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
Wa-
it's back to the shadow realm for you.
I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue on.
Waterford, SK, John Pulio. CONT,
Jinx City.
relax. Bando, Bandits. Landon Salamito.
Lando Calrissian? What happened? Okay.
She was talking about the F1 driver.
And
Landon
then,
Norris.
and then I'm going with Wheelan. And it's our hot seat, Patrick Emerling.
Oh, you're going 4 straight?
Yeah.
Wow.
Woo.
All right,
Is that
pressure's
possible?
on.
Patrick, is that possible?
Is it?
There's a chance.
Anything's possible.
Is it? Please confirm in the next 25 seconds if it is, because I gotta.
Nope, Bobby, go.
Might be.
At Stafford, I got Aaron Plemons in the limited late model.
Okay.
The way he said that.
Dude,
sounded all
I'm
depressed.
burnt
I know,
out. I'm
seriously.
burnt out. Let me tell you, last week I made the Crown Vic pick, and Diego sent that text all cheeky. Oh, the Fro picked the Crown Vics. They're not running. Get the hell out.
Is that what it sounded like?
Yeah, I was on some roids for the old upper respiratory.
Next pick, please.
Waterford, Robert Bloxham. I think his hot streak continues in the SK Lights.
Okay.
Seaconk, Bando Outlaws with Dib. I haven't gotten to pick him this year. Luca Dib. I had the pleasure of saying that.
Okay.
Thompson, Jack Emerson. Maybe can redeem my frivolous pick of his.
Okay.
Frivolous.
And in the touring, I have Nima Light, Randy Cabral.
Oh, okay. Job by you. Diego.
All right, Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Keith Rocco.
Oh, all right.
Sunoco Mods.
Yeah, we know that guy.
Stafford Streeter. Can't hold this guy back. Taking Ryan Waterman.
Okay.
Speedbowl. I'm going also John Pulio.
Okay. For the record tying 5th straight time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Possible. Can you cue up the music? Seaconk. Truck.
Oh, that music. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, let's hear it.
All right.
Patrick, you want to dance
Oh.
with me with this? Oh, little Phil Collins, baby. Scott's the studio, baby, in the trucks.
Okay.
I haven't
And?
had good luck. The wheeling race tomorrow is going to be tough,
Yeah.
so I stayed away from it.
Okay.
Wish you guys the best of luck. I really do.
I appreciate it.
4 in a row would be tremendous feat,
Yep.
but you know where the pro floors are going to be?
Yeah.
Where?
Monadnock.
Oh, who's good there?
Oh, I think we know.
Oh, yeah, Rob's boy.
My man.
Rob Riccardi. That dude is like, kills him.
All right, Patrick, you're up.
All right. Let's see what we got. Thompson Speedway.
Mm-hmm.
Modified Keith Rocco.
All right.
Stafford SK Light Chris Matthews.
Good pick.
Oh, yeah.
Waterford SK, of course. John Pulio.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking at streaks here.
Yeah, I got you.
CONT Pro Stock Vinny Arnagato.
Arenagado, yeah, we know that guy.
Then, well.
I mean, come on.
Well.
What are we doing?
Come on, do it.
Wild
Do it.
Tour.
Do it.
What are we thinking?
Yeah, Energizer 1.
Hell yeah!
Exactly right.
Yes. It's so baller.
That's awesome.
Now you got to pull it off, though.
Oh, that's cool as shit.
Yeah. We'll find out how cool it is tomorrow, about 24 hours from now.
That's right.
Okay.
Is it your turn?
Yeah, it's
is
my
that race on Flow tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Like always.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
There's a guy sitting across the room from me. You might see on the
you're gonna-
broadcast.
Bouncer, we're going to see you again. I'm
Like
excited.
every other race.
All right,
No,
brother,
seriously.
let's go.
All right. I'm going Jake the Jet, late models at Thompson. I'm going with my man, Brent Gleason, Streeters.
Oh.
Mixing it up.
Austin
What
Beer says,
Let's go. What do you say?
pick Patrick, Diego. He wanted me to jinx your ass. Sorry about that. It was funny.
All right. Streeters at the Speedbowl. Chad Baxter. Late models at Seekonk. Chase Belcher.
Mm-hmm.
And then my guy right here. The Energizer 1.
Oh, yeah.
I'm intimidated by Dale. He's staring right at
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I thought maybe I'll pick McKennedy and mix this up. And then I felt the eyes glaring at me.
Oh, man.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. Those are your picks. We'll post. I got to get on that. I got to post them by tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't got enough time.
All right. Let's do a little update again. Reminator says for the old Sign Pro live chat poll question: should racing contact have to result in a spin for the aggressor to be penalized? Diego, it still depends on the situation. Says 48%.
That means they don't know.
Yeah, you're saying that they are they're passing the buck on answering the question on
That's
that one?
right.
Judgment Call City.
Yeah. 33% say no, 19% say yes. So interesting. We'll do that one final time here at the end of the show. Let's do a little pop culture. Oh, by the way, huge thanks to DRC Electric as our new
Yeah, thank you.
sponsor. Yeah, for the pick'ems, and big thanks to Northeast Truck and Off-Road who got us started for the year. Let's go for the old pop culture minute, shall we? All right, Diego, 20 years ago today, the sports comedy film Talladega Nights was released in theaters around the country. This film was directed by Adam McKay, who co-wrote it with the film's lead star, Will Ferrell. Ferrell played the main character, Ricky Bobby, an immature but successful NASCAR driver. The film also starred John C. Reilly, who you see right here, as well as Sacha Baron Cohen, and this scene right here, which is probably my favorite of the movie. Let's see. It was who else was in this? Gary Cole, Michael Clark Duncan, Amy Adams, and Jane Lynch. They also had supporting roles. It was the second of 5 Will Ferrell films that Adam McKay directed, 4 of which they co-wrote together under the banner of their Gary Sanchez Productions. However, McKay and Ferrell's business partnership, as well as their longtime friendship, would soon fall apart while McKay was casting the HBO series Winning Time, which is an exaggerated depiction of the NBA's Showtime LA Lakers of the 1980s. Will Ferrell, a lifelong Lakers fan, was hoping to play the Lakers owner Jerry Buss in that production. McKay considered it briefly, but ultimately didn't think that Ferrell was right for the part, and he cast John C. Reilly, who actually was really good in that. However, before he cast him, he did not notify Will Ferrell, and John C. Reilly was actually the one that told him that. The Gary Sanchez Productions dissolved as a result of this, and to date, McKay and Ferrell have yet to work together. But, Diego, you will be happy to know that all that drama did not hamper the friendship between Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, who 2 years later made the classic movie Step Brothers. Now, we've talked about this, Diego. Me and you, not really big fans of the old Talladega Nights.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Step Brothers was far better.
I agree. Patrick,
better.
you ever seen Talladega Nights?
Of course.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's a solid. I mean, make a movie about racing.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't take it too seriously. Had some laughs.
Definitely not taking it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't. It's just a parody.
Not even close at Days of Thunder.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, well, that one's more serious, right?
Yeah. Well, it's also a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, they both fall into very different traps, those
Yeah.
two movies.
Is there a sequel?
Say that.
Days of Thunder sequel?
I think I just broke my chair.
Yeah, well, that's because you're rather large.
Yeah, no, not as large as you, guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's all right.
What even?
No, I think that you're right. They are thinking about doing a Days of Thunder.
No, it's greenlit. It's beyond thinking. I think filming's about to start or something like that.
That's
It's coming out
great.
next
Wow.
year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, I would
All right.
love to see that.
Finally.
Yep.
Who's gonna play Harry? You don't care?
Maybe it could be Diego.
Oh, maybe we'll get DL. Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
true.
full casting.
Oh.
All right, giddy
We
up.
didn't even talk to her a little bit.
Yeah. All right,
Be
here we.
good to me.
That's Diego. Oh, you
Triple
should have
H.
stated on Diego. Yep, there you go.
Just get this guy underwater.
All right, what do we got? It all starts tomorrow there. You know, I forgot to put the tour logo up there with the Thompson, but that's they'll be up there. Our man Patrick's going to get there. Take the win. Give us, most of us, a Pick'em's win. We're looking forward to that. They'll have 5 other divisions there. Thursday Night Thunder down at the Bowl. Stafford has the SK5K. Fast Friday back in action at CONT. The Speedbowl has a handful of divisions going on down there. Diego, you got the week off.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's why you're going down south. All right, gotcha. The Seacock's back in action. Then you got Monaco's at Star. We'll be up there at Star on Saturday. The NEMA divisions are at Wiscasset. The trucks are at White Mountain. Passes at Oxford on Sunday. And the Pro 4s, I ran out of room, but like Diego said in the Pick'ems, the Pro 4s will be at Monadnock. We only have one more thing to do here before I wrap the show up and fix this chair I just broke. We're going to find out who won the week.
Hold on, chair. Brought to you by Skate It. We say it right.
All right, you know the rules here now. You can vote for absolutely anybody you want, but I like to throw out some suggestions for you here. People had some pretty good weeks. John Pulio, of course, won his fourth straight SK Modified race at Waterford. Robert Bloxham, they call him RB3. He swept the SK Light races at Stafford and Waterford. Jake Johnson got his first career ACT win at White Mountain. Ron Silk took another open mod race at Monadnock. Aaron Plemons got his first late model win at Waterford. Austin Goff for giving us a killer quote of the week. And then a bunch of others, Jimmy Renfro, Jason Raymond, Kevin Gambacorta, PJ Evans, Gary Patnode, CJ Canfield, George Baldwin, Tyler Chapman. Diego, what do you got?
Cue it up.
Which one we doing here? We going best friend?
Yeah.
All right, let me find that for you.
Yeah, what do you think of this song?
Tell you about my best friend. He's a one.
All right.
All right, that's an Aaron Plemons vote, is it not? Okay. Mark
First late
him
model
down.
win's a big deal.
Yeah. Patrick, you get a vote in this. You can pick anybody you want. You want me to give you some of the suggestions again?
Sure.
John Pulio, Robert Bloxham, Jake Johnson with the ACT win, Ron Silk, Aaron Plemons, Jimmy Renfrew, PJ Evans, TJ Canfield, George Baldwin. Anybody? You can pick Super Dale if it's going to...
Yeah, I'll do Pulio on that.
Yeah, Pulio. That's a good one. All right.
I'm going to go Jake Johnson. That Midsummer Classic 250 is a big ACT event, and that's quite a good race to get your first victory.
All right. Dale, you get a vote. Everybody in the studio gets a vote. Want me to come back to you? I didn't know you were getting a vote. All right, he's going to ponder it. What do you got, Reminator?
I'm going with Bloxham.
Oh, RB3. All right.
He did have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Sweeping it.
Yep.
I think I am going to... I'm going to go with Pulio as well, I think. 4 straight's pretty good. I think I know why you like that, the streak. Yeah, yep. Good job by you.
There's a lot of streaks going on.
I like
Yeah.
the streak, but I'm going to go with Diego and go with Plemons.
With Plemons.
Wow.
Like late model win. Like late models are always a bigger step up.
Yeah, they're a big step.
All right, yeah. Dale says the late models are a big step up. He gives Aaron the vote. Pro, what do you got there, buddy?
Obviously, I'm kind of biased to Stafford because it's the most in my face. But the Pulio streak to be on the cusp of tying a record like that with the people who he's going to be matched with would be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I know he's yet to do it, but he took the final step before doing it. I give the week to him.
All right. All right, we got a lot of good votes in there. You keep tallying that up.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
I'm going to end the poll here. We got, and there's no change here, depending on the situation, is winning the Sign Pro live chat poll question of the week. Should racing contact have to result in a spin for the aggressor to be penalized? Final results, 48 depends on the situation. 34 said no. 18 said yes. So I think maybe next week's we'll have to. We always have to wait, Diego, and see what happens during the week. But we could very well have a.
So nobody agrees with the call.
Doesn't seem like it,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm getting.
What?
The black flag call?
Yeah. I mean that's what the people have spoken.
Yeah,
Should racing contact result in
I
these-
don't think that's what the results suggest.
Yeah, I don't know if
Well,
that's
the
correct
majority
either.
says it depends, so
Right.
it doesn't necessarily mean yes
Everyone
or
had the
no.
same milk toast ass answer that we all had. So be it, I guess.
No, I'll just say it.
No? Okay.
All right,
Patrick said it.
Finally,
He said it.
someone grew a pair.
There we go.
Sid is picking up the pieces off his.
That's terrible.
Literally the pieces. What the hell happened?
I wanted to see if it was something I could quickly fix, but no, I actually broke it.
there is detached wood
Yeah.
down there. It's not good.
All right,
too much muscle.
what else we got to do here? While you're doing that tallies here, I think I got to tell a couple people something, right? The winners of the week, Diego, they are going to get themselves a coupon code. Grab themselves some merch at the old sidsview.com/shop store. Get yourself some gear.
Like my hat?
Yeah, like the shirt
love
I'm
this
wearing.
hat.
There's a
Yep.
bunch of gear there. Check it out. All right, Fro, you ready? I'm going to give you the in-studio votes.
Yes, and
All
as
right.
of right now, I will say the in-studio votes will decide this one.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Aaron Plemons got 2.
Yep.
John Pulio got 3.
Yes.
Jake the Jet got 1. And Robert Bloxham got 1.
Okay.
So I think if we...
Yeah, let's call it there.
Yeah, all right.
We have a winner.
The last vote I think we got is from our man Sean Monahan for our boy Kenny.
Kenny Cortula.
Still trying
Another multi-week vote for Kenny.
Good. All right. You mean multi-vote
week.
Multi-vote week.
Yeah.
Excuse
We
me.
know what you
Although he is down. Gotta
Yeah.
say, Kenny, you gotta figure it out here.
Yeah,
We're down
yeah.
on the polls.
All right. What do you got?
Well, with 1 a pop, we have Gamba Corda and Keith Rocco. I think Gamba Corda was due for a couple more.
Yeah.
He definitely was in contention for me.
Mhm.
With 2 a pop, Kenny and Bloxham. Chi-Chi's again to my man Kenny.
You get another one for Pulio here. Just came in, by the way.
I will tally that up.
Okay. Continue
With
on.
we got Plemons with 4.
Okay.
Jake Johnson with 5.
Ooh, all
which
right.
of course means the winner of the week, and hoping to accomplish something pretty big here in a couple days, John Pulio with 8 votes.
All right. Good job by him, JP. Well done. We'll get him the old coupon code. That's going to wrap it up for this week's edition of the old Sid's View podcast. Now, don't forget, you're going to want to find us on socials because there's content every morning. Diego, take us home there, brother.
Man, I got to give a special thanks to one of our guys in the house, Dale Headquest Motorsports, for the weekly update. Midstate Site Development for the results ticker. Of course, Waddell Communications for the Nostalgia Nugget. Hoosier Tyrese for the Stat Chat. Broadbrook Heating and Cooling for Did You Know. Serve Pro of Norwich always for the Chalkboard Chatter. Water Whiz for the Stat Splash. It's so appropriate. My Girl, Hair by Emma Monahan. I love you so much. Thanks for the Fast Five. DRC Electric for probably what I'm going to win this year. Maybe the only thing I win this year, which is the weekly pick'em.
Settle down, Beavis.
Ed Marcel, Firewood and Land Clearing. Thanks for sponsoring viewer mail. Sign Pro. Thanks for the live chat poll question. K2 Automotive for the quote of a week, and it was a good one. Chassis Pro, Busy Bees Learning Center, JDL Motorsports, and Myers Creamery. Thank you all for helping us out with the point standings.
Word.
Skate It LLC Property Management for Who Won the Week. J&J Racing for the Pop Culture Minute. My boy Johnny at Cerisi's Automotive for What's on Tap. CONT Grand Prix, thanks again for firing up the hot seat. It was a good one tonight. Special guest. Man, Modified 3 in a row. Can he get 4 in a row? I don't want to jinx him, but special thanks to Patrick Emerling for joining us tonight. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, man. Special thanks to Vault Productions. You see my shirt? It's an old school one.
Nice.
Got this kick-ass studio rocking, so thanks for that, Sydney. All our podcast members for the continued support week in and week out. And then all the viewers tonight, thanks for tuning in every week. Catch you next week.
I'd like to say a special thank you to PRVL Creative, Stafford Speedway, Flow Racing, Yankee Racer, Northeast Short Track Network for the videos tonight. Also a big thank you to Fran Lawler, Shani Lorenzen, Race Dog Photography, Renee Dugas, Rich Hayes, Ken Dipple, John Kay, Steve Kennedy, TK Race Photos, Kevin Mazer, Jason Kempen, Getty Images, and Howie Hodge for the photos tonight.
All right, good job, Reminator. You know, we threw in a Dave Cosley photo there, too, that I forgot to write in there, so that's my bad, but we'll throw that in there. Listen, we'll see you over at Thompson tomorrow. We'll go over everything next Tuesday. See you then.